Hello, everybody. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. West Ham United 1, Aston Villa 1 plus VAR. Absolutely fuming. I am not going to lie to you. Have we not got that game won? Have we not got it won? I will say that. Before I get started, please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to E20 Zone TV, hit notification bell and all that. I'm going to start off with West Ham in the first half was absolutely excellent. Yeah, really, really good. Excellent. Good going forward, etc. Got a really, really good goal from Mikel Antonio. I'm pleased for Antonio to score a goal. Yeah, give him a world of confidence. And at half time, I was expecting West Ham to come out and really have another good go. And then David Moyes takes Mikel Antonio off. I know, he hasn't he takes him off for Ben Johnson. That one makes no sense to me, and just allows Villa to come back into the game. Don't know why he allowed Villa to come back into the game, but he did. Villa come back into the game. They score through that cheating twat who should have been sent off. Zanalolo, or whatever his fucking name is, he should have gone. He should have been sent off today, yeah? Right, as he's still on the pitch, yeah, kicking the ball away in front of the ref. The referee just waves it away. Um, and then, let's have it right, we've had two decisions. One of them I can sort of slightly agree with, the Antonio one. If that goes in with 2-0 up, it doesn't go in, that's ruled out. But the one at the end, I'm sorry. If you think that is deliberate and ball, yeah, you are smoking severe crack. Yeah, mate, VAR is killing the game. Killing the game. That is in the 96th minute, I think it was, right? And we score a goal to go and win the game. That could be the difference for us qualifying for Europe or not. And VAR are trying to do everything in their power over the last few weeks to stop us from winning games of football. It's just mad. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm pissed off, mate, with that. I really am. And do you know what? I will get to Moyes and everything else because I think Moyes technically we could have won the game if he would have been a bit more positive. But I will say this to round it up before I allow people to come in and have their say. Gutted, absolute gutted not to win that game. Yeah, I know Villa are a decent side, but let's have it right. We are a good side and all. Yeah, and if we would have won that game, I think we would have just about deserved it. They had a good 30-minute spell in the second half. Other than that, they done nothing, mate. Villa, nothing at all. Really, no. So let's bring this man in. Late, welcome. What do you want to say about that?
Yeah, afternoon, James. Gut wrenching. Yeah, really, really upsetting to be honest. To not get the win in the manner in which we did. You know, 3 disallowed goals it was with the Kudus one where the referee had blown before as well.
True. Yeah, I forgot about one.
So you know it could have been 4-1 on another day. Look, I don't want to get into the decisions because maybe they were all correct. But to not win in the manner in which we did is heartbreaking, isn't it? To have 3 disallowed goals. I think we were so good today, especially that first half. We were incredible. You know, you said it. Villa are a good side, yeah. Villa are a fantastic side, an absolutely awesome side, yeah. And we really sort of just destroyed them first half. And
Yeah.
I think the problem is we just couldn't get that 2-0 lead, and that would have been the big thing. I think one of the key differences for them is they could bring a player like Moussa Diaby off the bench. You know, £50 million striker. Moyes is looking to his subs, and that there isn't that same quality there. You know what I mean?
I agree with
And
that.
I like Ings, Ward-Prowse, and all of them guys, but you know they're not on the level of Diaby, and he made him pay with that goal. But I think for West Ham, you've got to be really, really impressed with that performance. I thought defensively excellent, kept Watkins quiet, and that first half display, just incredible, yeah, really incredible. Made them look like amateurs. So
Yeah.
we played so well, deserved the win, and to not get the win in the manner in which we did is really the upsetting thing.
Right. I'm going to ask you something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The substitute, because I think that's the one where it sort of changed the game in their favour,
I
Villa.
don't think it did change the game. And I'll tell you why I don't think it changed the game at all. I think the 15 minutes before he made that sub, Villa were well on top and they were just piecing through us. We couldn't get any press going.
Yeah.
Antonio had died off in the second half. It wasn't like, you know, it was a balanced game and that sub changed it. It wasn't at all. Villa were well on top of us in that second half. They came out the traps at half time and really took the game to us. So I think a defensive substitution was no bad thing personally. And I think
Right.
you're moving Bowen back up top, a position where he's been fantastic this year.
See, I understand what you're saying there. Yeah, I do. But is it the right sub? Like, is Ben Johnson the right substitute to bring on, like in that situation? I don't think so, mate.
Well, I don't know. What would have been the right sub there? Danny Ings?
Probably. Like,
I
and
mean,
just
come
kept.
on. We were saying a few weeks ago, Danny Ings is the worst player ever. Now he's the answer to all our problems.
I know what you're saying, but is Ben Johnson the solution on that though? Like, you got Calvin on there, you got Ward-Prowse on there. Like, you've got other players. I just don't think Ben Johnson is that guy. Do you know what I'm saying? To come on in that situation, he didn't do bad. I'm not going to say he didn't do bad, but he just the moment Antonio goes off, our performance levels went down. Yeah, and we didn't look the same team. And let's be honest, the second half, Villa were by far the better team.
Yeah, but it was the whole second half. It wasn't just when Antonio came off. I think I think honestly, I think you're putting way too much weight on that. Yeah, it wasn't a game-changing substitution by any means. I don't think it was the best substitution ever. It definitely wasn't the worst. Yeah, it was obviously a big deal because you bring the striker off for a fullback. It's like everyone's talking about that, but I don't think that had any weight on the game either way. To be honest, I think the problem is we just didn't get that second goal, and it's hard to cling on to a 1-goal lead against this Villa side, a very good Villa side.
Right. Let's go through the three decisions because you reminded me of the Kudus one, which I forgot about. Right. The Kudus one.
Soft in it, very soft.
It is a bit, yeah.
It's very soft, and I think even then the ref just wait on your whistle. Yeah, wait till the play unfolds and then go. And I think it was in the second phase of play as well. So for me, that's really, really soft. I don't think Martinez was ever going to get that ball, and it's about the same as the second one. Which again, there's a bit of contact between the two players, both of them trying to defend each other's space, and I think that was possibly a handball. I couldn't be sure. Again, the angle wasn't that conclusive. It looked like it probably struck his arm, so probably disallowed with the letter of the rules and the letter of the game. But again, it wasn't intentional, and that's what's so frustrating for our players and for the gaffer and for us, really. And then that third one there, I think it's difficult. I think
the third one's a goal, mate. I was listening to it, yeah, and the commentator turned around and said, "How can anyone deem that as a deliberate handball? It's just like you're in a melee in the box. There's bodies everywhere. The ball comes out, it hits you accidentally, and it goes in. Like if that's what the game's come to now, the game's dead. At the end of the day, I'm sorry, but the game is dead, literally.
But I mean, yeah, I agree. But we don't want players scoring off their hands. At the end of the day, I don't mind the rule in principle. I think the problem is it looks like it's actually landed on Bowen and gone in, and it looked like they were going to give the goal as well. And I think the fact, you've scored a 96th minute winner, and then you've got to wait 5.5 minutes for them to make that decision. I mean, personally, James, I think I need to see the close-ups. Match it day or shed a bit more light on it. I think it does strike Souček's arm and goes in. And now he doesn't mean it. But again, you can't tell what part of Bowen it's hit. It might have hit his arm, but it looked like it hit Bowen's chest. So for me, it possibly shouldn't have been disallowed, but it definitely did strike Souček's arm. I think it's just a cop-out decision because what you're relying on to overrule the referee is, clear evidence of something. And I don't think we had that. But 5.5 minutes after scoring a last-minute winner, how gutting is that, man?
And it feels to me, I'm going to say this, it feels like to me the VAR didn't want to make the decision. That's why they handed it over to the ref. Like they did not know what to do. They did not know what the right decision was. So they handed it to the ref to decide the final factor. And that to me just says it all. That's it. Like it tells you all you need to know. Why are VAR pulling something up when they can't even give you a clear answer to it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like the referee gives the goal in play, and then the VAR get involved again. It's just ridiculous. And that ain't the first time that's happened this year. It's been a few times this season where we've been done by VAR jumping involved into a situation where they don't need to get involved in. Do you know what I'm saying? right, obviously now he's in international break. How do you want to sort of assess this game as a whole, though? It's a point gained, it's another point, another draw.
I agree. I agree. It's a point gained. I think that would have been a huge 3 points, against a really good Villa side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a massive 3 points today, and I think that's what hurts even more. You know, I don't think we're ever going to keep that clean sheet versus them, but yeah, it would have been a huge 3 points. I think looking at our fixtures, it's going to be about how we play in these upcoming games that defines where we finish. I mean, we've got Newcastle away straight after international break, 12:30, which is brutal. You know, when you got players coming back from Africa, North America, South America, but I still think going up there, we've got a chance. I think that'll be difficult. Though. That 12:30 is bullshit. Then we got Spurs nighttime kickoff, 8:15. It's going to be rocking in there. And I just hope the fans get behind the boys and we can produce something there, because a game like that's going to be crucial in us getting Europe. And then Wolves away, which you just earmark as a massive fixture. Then we got that Leverkusen, but we've got as well. We've got Palace away, Fulham at home, Chelsea away, Luton at home. You know, I mean, we're playing Liverpool and City at the back end of the season, 2 losses there, but we've got enough there to look at and think, you know, we're in control of our own destiny here. And I think it'd be incredible if we could secure another European finish.
Yeah, I
Do you
agree,
think
mate.
we'll do it? Do you think we'll do it?
I think, obviously losing Alvarez now for the Newcastle
I
and
know.
Spurs game is the killer. That's
Yeah,
the
right.
one that, right. If we would have had them, I would probably agree. I'm a bit nervous about that. The only decent thing is a lot of our players ain't going away. Sifal's not going away. Phillips is not going away. Ward-Prowse is not going away, so they can get on the training pitch and learn how to sort of be midfielders and defenders, etc. It's going to be touch and go from now to the end of the season, and I think West Ham will. I'm going to say it quite openly. I think West Ham will have to make a decision after the Leverkusen first leg where West Ham want to go. Because if West Ham are still in the tie against Leverkusen, do you go all out for the Europa League, or do you like say, you know what, we had to go in the Europa League, we're going to go out, and then we're going to try and focus on the league? I don't think West Ham can do both. I really don't. So I think the international breaks come at the right time. I will say that we need to reset, and then the final 10 games or whatever it is, we go again. But Elite, thank you very much for coming on. Really do
Yeah,
appreciate it.
totally agree with what you're saying as well, there, James. Spot on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think you're putting too much weight on that Johnson sub. But I think Villa second half, we didn't really lay a glove on them for ages. But look, I think that was disappointing today. But I do think the boys gave a really good account of themselves as well today, against a very good side. James, have a lovely afternoon, mate.
Take care. All the best. That's been Elite. I agree with some things what Elite says, and some things I don't agree with him. I don't agree on the. I can't agree on the Ben Johnson move. It just doesn't fill me with joy when you're taking off a centre forward and bringing on a right back and trying to slot him into a midfield, which that just tells you all you need to know if he doesn't trust Ward-Prowse or Phillips. Like Phillips didn't even get on the pitch today, so that must tell you all you need to know currently right now. For me, it's a point gain, but I do think VAR have fucked us over. I'm going to be real. I'm going to say it how it is. I think how you can deem that last goal as bad as it was, like the melee in there. Yeah, if VAR can't even give you a decision, then let's have it right. How can the referee go over there and give a decision? I just don't get it. Like, do you know what I mean? VAR get involved in something which they don't need to get involved in, and then they hand it over to the referee, who, by the way, this referee, whoever he is fucking disgraceful. Yeah. He books Alvarez, yeah, when Alvarez does nothing wrong, right, against that, I can't even pronounce his name, twat, I'm going to call him, that Villa twat player, right? Then that Villa twat player goes and throws the ball away in front of the ref, and the players are going, why aren't you going to book him for that? And it's just mad. The lack of inconsistency on Premier League refs at the minute is criminal, absolute criminal. But we'll see. Let's see what Adam's got to say. Adam, welcome. What do you want to say about that, mate?
My God. So this is supposed to be the best league in the world. And that is what we've just been given. Now, it's bad enough, like you've just said, that I just feel robbed. I feel completely and utterly robbed, James. I really do, because it's just one of those things where it was just inconsistent the whole game. You know, we've had 3 goals ruled out we were denied even a look at Burnley last time when it was a clear handball. So this is the thing. It's ruining the game so much. Honestly, it feels like there's a week where we're not even just us, where someone else is always talking about VAR, and I'm sick of celebrating a goal and then have that celebration taken away. I'm sick of taking 5 minutes to see what the decision's going to be. It really is. Like, it's just, honestly, it's so frustrating.
It's bad. I'm going to be honest. Right, I watched the game on Thursday night like every other West Ham fan did. Yeah, and that referee was an Italian referee who sort of handled the game pretty well. You got a referee today that anytime there was a incident, he'd put both players. He wouldn't he dishing out punishment for both when one could be the instigator. I just feel today, like, I agree with what Elite said previous. Yeah, it's a point gained against a good Villa side. We've got to give them their due. They are a good side. They've done very, very well this season. First off, I thought West Ham were electric. I thought West Ham were very, very good. We just couldn't kill them off. I think if we get the second goal, I think Villa are dead and buried. Yeah, because then West Ham can sit there and whatnot. The sub just irritates me. It really does. The substitute of Antonio for Ben Johnson just allowed them. I know Villa were the better side in the second half, but it just allows them to get more confident because now no one can pin the ball up to Antonio and he can hold it up.
You cannot sit back on a 1-0 lead with 25 minutes left to go against Aston Villa. It's just not happening. I see what he was trying to do, but like I said, I think it wasn't the best decision. I see because their substitutes did make an impact in the second half. We always knew Villa were going to come back stronger. We knew that.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so, it's the one I think it's one of is it the first half where I think obviously Kudus gets that goal in the back of net. I don't think that's a foul on Martinez. I really don't. That should be going in. And then the other two you can maybe make an argument for with Suchet. Obviously he doesn't mean to put his arm out or whatever.
Yeah.
And Antonio, it is just unlucky, but it just honestly, and like you said with the players as well. I mean, Douglas Luiz, what is Kudus supposed to do? He's literally holding him, can't go anywhere.
I agree.
Then Mavropanos gets booked. They play Zaniolo, whatever his name is, chucks the ball away. That's a red. Goodbye, mate. You're off.
That
consistent.
That referee, I've just looked it up. Yeah, is Jared Gillett, and isn't that the geezer who was in the VAR booth? Yeah, when we played Sheffield United. Yeah,
I believe that was actually.
I'm sure it was Jared Gillett in there because I remember the name, and I remember that name. Yeah, because we've had some fucking decisions this year where we've been absolutely mugged. Properly mugged. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was in the VAR booth in that game. I think VAR. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, the Kudus one. Yeah, because I completely forgot about that one, and it was only because Elite brought it up. But the Kudus one is soft, big time. Yeah, it doesn't even touch Martinez. Like he's just acts like a twat. Yeah, the second one, the Antonio one, I can understand it being ruled out, but I think it's touch and go on that one. But the third one, the scramble in the box, basically, if someone can tell me that's deliberate handball, right, from about a yard out, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
It's not deliberate. It's not deliberate.
And it says it all, right? They look at the offside. Yeah, they're trying to look at the offside, see if any West Ham players are offside. They did not want to give that goal. It's as simple as that. They just did not want to give it. Yeah, and they tried to find any excuse they could. And the thing that sort of, I can't even get my words out, but the thing that is the crown topper of the whole situation is the VAR did not know what to do, and they handed it over to the ref to make the final call. Yeah, and that to me just tells you all you need to know about the game. The game is fucking dead, people. I'm going to be honest. It's bad.
Look at example with the Europa League a couple of weeks ago when obviously that controversial penalty we would have got at the end.
Yeah,
I mean the referee went over to the monitor and for a change actually stuck with his decision. To not give us that penalty. I was like, okay, I'm not happy with it, but we never ever see that happen. Rarely. And it just feels now, I feel like every time this happens, James, it's like you just said, there is always something to look at to go, right, how can we not? I remember a couple of years ago against the game against Liverpool, I think Bono scored a goal at the home ground against Liverpool, that header. And there's, right, we're going to look at a red card. Now we're going to look at, is he offside? Has that touched the hand? We're going to look at every single scenario we can do to not give that a goal. And it felt the same again. And it's killing the game hugely. People want to talk about a blue card. Are you joking? We can't even get this correct. And there'll be people coming on going, West Ham didn't get that. But here's the thing, your club's going to get screwed one week just like we have. Or
too many
getting screwed. It is
too many decisions. There's too many decisions this year that West Ham are not getting. Like, I'm going to, just to say this, before I sort of let you go. Newcastle at home this season, 2-0 up, right? The referee has to make a decision on Bruno, right, to send him off. Doesn't do it. Second decision. Tonali fouls Paqueta, doesn't give the foul. They equalise. That's that. You got the Sheffield United game. There's another game in there somewhere that I can't remember, but they're like, it's a blatant, obvious goal for us, and we don't get it. You got the one today. You got the one in Freiburg. You can say about that one, include that one and all if you want. There's so many decisions. Like even the Burnley game last week. Like, do you know what I'm saying? There's so many like decisions that it's just,
If VAR would have interfered, James, if it would not have interfered, we'd be above Man United at the minute, I think.
100%. 100%.
Like it's
100%. It's just not good. Before I let you go, Adam, give us, who's your best player today?
A couple. Oh, why have you got to put that question to me? I've got Eva and the couple that stood out to me today. I'm just trying to think who, like, because Kudus was like electric again, trying to do so much on his own, mate. Bless him. Areola with some important stops. Antonio, brilliant header, but probably Alvarez, I think.
Alvarez for you
Alvarez
today,
for me. I thought he was just brilliant, as usual.
Fair enough.
He's so important to us.
Fair enough, Adam. Right, Adam, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get other people on, but I appreciate you coming on, mate.
Thank you, dude.
Take care, mate. All the best to you. Right, let's bring this man in. Kane, welcome.
Hello, James.
What do you make of that today, mate?
I am gutted, mate. To be honest with you, I am absolutely gutted. Again, I feel like we've had some injustice, and this is probably the third time in the league. Let's forget the Freiburg game. The third time in the league in 2024. I feel like we've come away with 2 points dropped, not mainly because of the refs. And it's so frustrating. I feel like the Sheffield United game, the Burnley game, and today, if we got those decisions, we'd be comfortably sixth. And don't get me wrong, we're not the sixth best team in the league. We're not the sixth best performing team in the league. That's hardly the point. It is so annoying. So annoying. And I'm out of energy. Thankfully, we've got the Europa League to look forward to, and I'm absolutely buzzing for that game. But if we didn't have the Europa League, I'd be so out of energy right now for this season.
I understand what that comment's saying there. Stop crying about the refs, but I'm sorry, bruv. I can't. Like the Kudus one, people are going to mention the last one. I completely forgot about the Kudus one. And the Kudus one's a soft foul. I mean, like the softest of soft fouls you can do, like literally, or give. I don't understand it. Like it's mad. Like them decisions today. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to talk to you about the game, because I feel a decision in the second half was wrong by Moyes. People won't have this, but I just think it's wrong. I think we're okay with him there, and he takes him off, and then we just go backwards fast. But the decisions today from the referee, and the referee should have sent off one of their players, at least one of their players.
Zaniolo. He should have been off, shouldn't he? I
How's he-
agree. I think the Antonio sub killed us. The momentum back in their favour. So Moyes
Yeah.
can hold the smoke for it. I don't know if there's a reason why, whether he had to manage his minutes, whether he couldn't do the whole game. I don't know. We can only speculate. But the fact of the matter is, it did kill us, that sub.
It did, mate. 100% did. 100%. Let's talk about the game then. Obviously, Antonio scored. Good goal.
Scored
And
2
obviously-
goals today, mate. Yeah, I'm taking those 2 goals he scored. I don't care what the refs say.
100%. And obviously, second half we concede. How do you sort of assess the game, though, Kane, for you? Like, as in regards of like, and that's a point gained. Like, it's a bit one.
Start of the game. If you said point, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. Villa are a really good team. But now I'm like, oh, for God's sake, it just feels like 2 points dropped. I felt like we did enough to win that game. I mean, even excluding the rest, Ward-Prowse should have scored. And it's so annoying. We scored 2 goals. I think the Antonio one should have stood. I'm not sure about the last one. I want to watch it again, but we did enough to win that game. Yeah, second half the sub sort of killed us. They come back into it. They earned their goal. But I felt like we did enough to win the game, and it's frustrating that we've not come away with 3 points. That would have been a huge 3 points.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. I can't agree with you more. Jared Gillett, I'm sorry, he's just a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? He's supposed to be a top referee from Australia. Yeah, and he's come over to the England to apply his trade. Yeah. So many decisions today he just got so wrong. Like Kudus was getting manhandled by Diaz, right? The Alvarez one, giving Alvarez a yellow card when he's done nothing wrong.
That's a joke. That's going to next. Is he out for 2 games now?
2 games now. Yeah,
that could cost us future points, couldn't it? That's ridiculous. He's the same ref who disallowed that Cornet goal against Chelsea. Just for a bit of context.
Yeah, it's just fucking gets better. I swear he was in the VAR room against Sheffield United. I remember it, but I don't know. How do you look at it now, Kane? Before I let you go, how do you sort of assess it moving forward? Obviously, it's a point gained. We're going to an international break. Where do you see West Ham at
well,
present?
so 7th point gains. The teams below us, Brighton have got Liverpool, so they won't catch us. We can look at a lot of that performance, especially the first half, and think, wow, that I thought we were really good first half. We really caused them a lot of issues. They're a good team, Villa. Yeah, it's just so frustrating because now we've got, was it Wolves and Newcastle without Alvarez? So we'll just have to see how we get on.
Nah,
but
ain't Wolves and Newcastle. It's Spurs and Newcastle.
Oh, God, Spurs. Although they look a bit ropey, didn't they? They got absolutely panned by Fulham. Who hasn't this season? I mean, I can't talk. We can't talk, can we? But yeah, no. If you international break, I hate doing this. But you said at the start of the season, by this international break, we were 7th going into the international break. You'd be like, yeah, that's good. In the quarterfinals, Europa League, yeah, that's good. We'll get over it. And we'll assess it at the end of the season because we might look at those 6 points and think, wow, we really messed up there. Not we, they did. But we'll have a look, and we'll take it on the chin for now. And I'll tell you what, I'm losing interest in the Premier League. I usually do when with these Europa League campaigns. I'm so excited for the Leverkusen game. I can't wait for it. It's so long away as well.
I'm a bit like you, Kane. Yeah, I'm a bit like I think fucking the Premier League's fucking done, mate. If I'm being honest, when you got decisions like today where they just can't give common sense into the equation, and they don't even allow it. Like they're too like card happy and like whistle happy to just sort of assess it and look at it as a whole. And that's the problem today. Yeah, it's not about West Ham winning or losing or anything like that or drawing or whatever. Yeah, but this ain't the first time that this has happened. Like this has happened so many times this season, right? And at the end of the season, I will go through a lot of them games, but there's 2 games this season I look at. I look at the Sheffield United game and I look at the Newcastle game at the start of the season. Like Newcastle at home, 2-0 up. If they go down to 10 men, we ain't losing that game. That's 2 points gained on that. And the Sheffield United game is the last minute of the game, and we should get a penalty, and we don't. Like, I'm not saying we're going to score the penalty, but we need to be given the penalty to be able to score it. And today it's just, it's gutting, but like someone said previous, if someone would have said to you at the start of the day you're going to get a point out of Villa, you just got through against Freiburg. Yeah, you're going to take it. You're going to take it. So
and people saying that The people saying, "Oh, we dropped off, let them onto us." We just played a big game against Freiburg. We're playing Villa. You're not going to keep that for 90 minutes. Like, get over it. I think you can. The criticism of Moyes today is the Antonio sub, and I reckon there's a reason why, because he loves that bloke. I don't think he'll take him off. That's the criticism I'll give Moyes. Not that, "Oh, we let him onto us." You're not keeping up against bloody Villa for 90 minutes. Get a grip.
Yeah, I know, mate. I know. Kane, I'll let you go. I'll catch up with you later on, mate. Take it easy. That's been Kane. Let's get this man in. Mike, how you doing, son?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. How are you?
All right, mate. All right. I'm a bit pissed off after that. What do you want to say about it?
I didn't watch the game, but I kept up to date with it on SofaScore, so I had like my notifications and that on. Big up Antonio for scoring. He doesn't score against a mid-table German team, but he manages to score against a Villa team that are absolutely flying at the moment. So that ruined my bet. Actually, all my bets today didn't go through. I didn't even know Alvarez got a card. It's just more fuel to the fire because I had him down for a card, but it don't mean anything because all the other ones didn't hit. But no, look. What, we had 2 disallowed goals? Why was the first Antonio one disallowed?
3 disallowed goals.
We had 3 disallowed goals.
3 disallowed goals. Shout out to Elite. He reminded me. Could this one in the first half?
Oh my god.
I don't know whether we was 1-0 up at the time, but it's irrelevant. Yeah, it's a shot. It's on target. It's in the back of the net, but the referee gives it a foul because it's deemed to be a foul. Martinez, never a foul. Very, very soft. The second one, as I said previous, is 50-50. Yeah, I think it's softish, but it does hit his arm. Yeah, so you can let that one go. The Antonio second one, but the one at the end is the one where
it's one at the end. I was screaming. I was out in the car the whole day. Like as soon as I saw that notification, Souček coming through, I was beeping the horn. I was like, "Yes, come on, Souček!" I was trying to do like his little celebration, like spin around. Obviously, it's a bit hard.
And there are people going, "What the fuck are you doing? Is this allowed?" But the one at the end,
because Souček has been our most clutch player in terms of like game-winning goals right at the death. Yeah. And why was that disallowed? Handball, offside?
I'll tell you what. When you see it, you will understand why a lot of people are pissed off, including myself. I feel, for me personally, I just feel if you're going to give that in a scramble in the box, you are looking not to give it. You're just looking not to give it. It took people are saying 5 minutes. I think it took enough 7-8 minutes to give a decision on that. And then to round it up, they hand it over to VAR. VAR hand it over to the referee to make the final decision. Which, if you're going to pull the decision in the first place, it should be your authority to go, right, you've got to make a decision now because the referee hasn't made it. And for me, they was looking for an easy way out. To give you a quick assessment, like, because obviously you haven't seen it, but you want to have your say, is I thought we played well first half. Second half, we weren't so good. And I think there's a sub in there where people are looking at it, including myself, and thinking that's the moment where we fucked up. Taking Antonio off, Ben Johnson on. It wasn't going well in the second half, granted, but you take off your sort of vocal point up front, then you're allowing them just to come into it. So, it is what it is. And what Robert says there is bang on. 7 minutes for VAR. Took 7 minutes to make.
God. No, I'm gonna have a heart attack when I watch the highlights back then because look, at the end of the day, like, I'm happy to take a point against this current Villa team. Sounds like we should have won, but obviously, VAR corruption. They don't want us in that top 6. They want us in that Conference League spot. But I mean, who's our next game? You said
Newcastle. Newcastle away.
Oof. I mean, that is doable.
Oh,
I'm back. Yeah. Sorry.
You're back.
Go on, man. Full screen now. Either we draw or win against Newcastle because they're a bit flip-floppy at the moment. So, just roll on the next game. I'm very excited for the Leverkusen draw. I feel that how they play suits us perfectly. I don't want us to do what we did against Freiburg. I want pure Moyes terrorism. I just want to sit back, hit him on the break, and just show Xabi Alonso that Moyes is coming to end that unbeaten run because everyone's gassing them up like, oh, they're unbeaten. It's like they're playing fucking like sorry I swore the Bundesliga isn't that much of a great league, so I don't really look into that whole unbeaten thing. I fancy us against Leverkusen and Newcastle, if I'm being honest.
Well, we'll find out. We will find out, Mike. Mike, I'm going to let you go because I'm going to wrap this up. But
all right, man. I just wanted to say, Kane, I have come in for an afterthought because he said I was a fraud because I've phoned up Claret and Booze, but I've never been on one of these before. So my fraud status is eliminated now. And James, thank you very much.
He's not a fraud, people.
I ain't
He's
no
not
fraud.
a fraud.
I'm still alive and kicking.
Still alive and kicking. Take care, Mike. All the best, man. That's been Mike. My final thought is this. VAR strikes again, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm going to say. For me, it's a point. It's another point on the board, but I feel gutted tonight. I really do. There's too many decisions that we're not getting right, and it always seems to happen from now to the end of the season. Like once we come into January, we start getting moody decision after moody decision. And there's a few games this year where we haven't got them. Like even like it's just come to me off the top of my head. Bristol City away, where it's a blatant red card and nothing's given. Literally nothing's given again. Like before Ben Rama gets sent off. Like there's so many decisions this year. And if I was to go through them all and sort of write everything down, you'd be quite surprised how many decisions that we haven't had go our way this season. Good goal from Mikel Antonio. I'm going to say that he needs to score a goal to get like the feel of being a goal scorer again. And fair play to him. He comes in again, does a pretty good job. Do you know what I mean? One thing I'm going to give him always credit for today. He went 4-2-3-1. I've been calling for it for a long time, and he was trying to attack the game. The difference is when you take off Mickey off, and West Ham go 4-3-3 now, it just seems like we're not as good. You sort of isolate Bowen and Kudus, and then West Ham are just not. They can't get out. They can't do nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's irrelevant because really we should have won the game today. Yeah, we really should have done. Especially in that the last goal at the end is the one for me. The first one is soft. Like Kudus, I understand that. It is a softer fucking decision. The second one, Antonio's one for me. You know, I think it is like it's right to be disallowed, but the one at the end is just. I'm sorry, like football's dead. Football's dead. If you're going to start giving like decisions like that, and there has to be a time limit on VAR. I'm sorry, but there has to be. Yeah, if you're going to pull up a decision, you must have 2 to 3 minutes, 3 minutes max to decide what it is. You've got enough technology there. It took 7 minutes to make a decision, and then their decision is to hand it over to the referee, who I thought was absolutely horrendous today. Jared Gillett, you've cost us a player today and all in booking Edson Alvarez. Yeah, booking him today is going to cost us against Newcastle and Spurs. Yeah, because he should never have been booked. Yeah, should never ever have been booked. And the Aston Villa player should have been sent off for throwing the ball away. Doesn't get the decision. Just doesn't get the decision at all. And in regards to David Moyes today, yeah, it's like the Jekyll and Hyde effect all over again with West Ham. It really, really is. Right? He comes out, he puts out, that's our strongest team, right? That's our strongest team on paper, I would say, yeah? So today, you saw West Ham's strongest team, yeah? First half, very good. Second half, shite, really. Do you know what I mean? But goals change games. And if we score that goal in the second half or we get the winner, then we end up getting the result. And that's it, really. That's it. So it is what it is. It's a point gained yet again after a moody decision. International break time now, which is good. We can all have a little chill out, relax, and see. Well, not have to worry about West Ham for a couple of weeks. But I'm going to say this, yeah. It's been a hard season for everyone. Yeah, people on YouTube, me. It's been up and down, up and down. Like the emotions of this club have been up and down, up and down. And I think some of us do need a sit down and a break from just West Ham community. But I think the last 10 games or whatever it is left, they're going to be exciting. Like the Leverkusen game, I agree with what the boys are saying. Yeah, that's a game West Ham will thrive on. Yeah, they will thrive on that game, saying like playing by Leverkusen. And there's an incentive there to beat Alonso. But I just think West Ham are just getting done by a lot of decisions so far, especially in 2024. And if we don't get Europe, you can look at Moyes, you can look at the players, but you can also got to look at the VAR decisions and all, right? Because some of them have been absolutely scandalous. I'm going to say that. But I'm excited for the upcoming weeks. But I'm going to enjoy the 2-week break or week and a half break as it is. Right, that's me done. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to E20 Zone TV. Hit notification bell and all of that malarkey. I will be back later on this evening to do a player ratings. It might be a late night one, about 10:30, 11 o'clock. So be there. If you're up late tonight and you want to get on the player ratings, more than welcome to come on, have your say and everything. And yeah, it's a point game, isn't it? That's all I can say on it. So yeah, that's enough from me. Enjoy your Sunday. I'll see you this evening. The late player ratings. And yeah, VAR and Jared Gillett can fuck right off, mate. And send him back to Australia because he's not fit to referee the Premier League. I will say that. Take care.